In this video, I'm gonna try and go over new magic, all of its systems and stuff like that. But that's for the actual video when it starts. This is just me saying that I put a lot of effort into editing this video. I actually watched how-to videos on editing to make this video look and sound nice, maybe appealing to whoever comes across it. So I really hope I'm not gonna ask anyone to like and subscribe. I feel like that's something that you should do on your own if you actually liked what you saw. So if you like it, like. If you didn't like it, dislike. If you like what you hear, then subscribe for more and comment on what you would like to hear me do a video on next. Bye. Or sorry. Enjoy. Hi Guardian Spice. It's a show, I guess you could say. I mean, I honestly don't know what classifies as a show nowadays, so who am I to tell? It's not anime, that's for sure. And it's made by Kate Let. I have to say that. I feel like I have to say it was made by Kate Let. And Vadua Rodriguez, I am so sorry. Like, I have no beef against the creator, except from the obvious self insert, but apart from that, nothing. Like, I've yet to find any controversy with him, except from the fact that he likes putting himself in his own shows. So, but fuck it, lad. Anyway, hi Guardian Spice. I'm not even gonna. Like, I know that it has been like a month. I'm gonna maybe put up a picture. It has been a month since the show started and ended rather dramatically. But that's not why I'm here. I am here honestly, to discuss the magic system of the show. Like, in any show that has magic in it, I always like looking at how they handle the magic system because, in my opinion, and a lot of people, I don't know the exact percentage though. The magic system is the most important part of that show, and fucking it up basically means like it's bad, is what I'm trying to say. And Hard Guardian Spice, oh boy. It is very bad. It's very bad. Now, when I use the word rewrite, I'm not saying I'm fixing the show. Maybe to the people who listen to what I'm talking about, it could be considered a fix. Maybe not. Honestly, it depends. I'm not gonna use the words I am fixing the show and it's gonna be better under my watch. No. I'm not gonna use those words because honestly, I, I get I you hear it a lot in art circles and artists really hate it. So like, I'm not gonna use that. So anyway, how does before I even start spouting anything, any BS, I need to explain how from what we've seen the magic system works because this show did not explain anything. It tried to, failed horribly. So, according to the magic system, old magic is basically magic. Like, let's face it, old magic, except from the obvious political allegory, is basically just traditional magic. You say the spell name, you calculate exactly how much magic you do. It's traditional. You poke your head in a book for 10 hours to learn the simplest spell. It's basically traditional magic is what I'm getting at. Whereas new magic is basically a kid in a math exam where you're allowed to only show you don't need to show the work of how you got to the answer, just the answer, and you're allowed to bring in your phone. There is no effort put in. Just type in the answer and it's there. That's how I see new magic. It's just carry a wand, carry a wand with a crystal embedded in it and wave it around, boom, fireball. Whereas from what I see with old magic, you would actually have to do the incantations and the calculations and stuff like that. Now, I have no idea where they were going with this, but anyone with sense could see the obvious negative implications of using new magic, but that's why I'm here. Okay, now that I've explained what these two things mean, let me get to my point of the story. Let me get to what I'm trying to say, the rewrite. Now, if you saw the title, you probably see Sage's story rewrite, and I'm also going to explain how rewriting new magic will also fit into me rewriting her backstory. I'm not going to rely on this show to get views. I would like my channel to grow and be diverse, actual diversity. So yeah, Sage's story. Let's get into this. Or let's start with the magic system. Old magic is basically the same. New magic is basically the same. Let's keep the systems as is for now. But let's make more emphasis on why old magic is harder. Prior to new magic's discovery, prior to, let's say, the discovery of the crystal star used to power new magic, you magicians were a very rare class. Like, you could see knights and blacksmiths and elves and archers and all that everywhere, but to actually find a magician was a different case on its own. You would only find one magician in 100 people, whereas, or maybe even 1,000 people. And because they were so rare, they were obviously so powerful. Magic was hard. You needed to be a literal genius to understand it, even in the slightest form. So it was a huge barrier to entry, but the end result was a lot of power, because if you can struggle enough to enter that class, then obviously you're gonna stick behind, is what I'm trying to say. That was new magic. That's old magic in my rewrite. New magic came along, and it was a great discovery. It ensured that literally anyone could learn magic. All you needed to know was the very most basic understanding. You didn't need to know any old magic spells or anything. You just needed to know how to channel your magic through the crystal and wave your hands around, and boom, fireball. That was like, it helped a lot. It improved the magic population, but it also, like, the more people used it, the less old magic was used. Because why waste all that time learning when you could just buy a crystal and boom, fireball? I keep saying boom, fireball. Fuck me. That was the disadvantage. So you'd really see old magicians from 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 10,000 people who studied old magic. They were super rare because no one saw the point. Like, why not just spend a lot of money buying a super modified mana crystal instead? I don't know the name of the crystal. Maybe I'll put it on screen. That was basically it. Now, now that we've had this basic understanding of new magic and old magic, especially old magic in my rewrite, let's start with Sage's story. We have to start from scratch. Everyone in Sage's family, from the mom to the dad to the sister and her. I'm guessing you're only four. I'm gonna stick with that plot. They all know old magic. Even the sister that left and uses new magic like it's fucking candy. She knows that, yeah, there's at least basics, but she never liked old magic and she left. The dad isn't as powerful, but he knows enough. It's the mom that's the most powerful person in the family. And she's very famous. Like, she's extremely famous for her magic. So that puts like a huge like stress on Sage's head, because she has this incredibly famous parent. Like, people always meet her on the road and like, wow, you look so much like this famous magician. Is she your mom? And she has this, like, she feels like she has this obligation to also be strong, but she isn't so good at old magic. She's very bad, actually. She knows the basics just like everyone else, but she struggles to use the only fireball she can use is the most basic one. The intermediate versions, the advanced versions, it's still out of her hands. She sees her mom using old magic to do everything, even like normal families would at least buy a crystal to cook, but the mom would say no. I really hate I hate new magic, and I'm gonna stick with the old. This is a case where everyone in the family knows about new magic, and Sage always wonders why she can't be allowed to use it. So let's start the story with Sage and Rosemary. Well, this is basically a Sage story, though, where Sage comes to the name of the city. Where Sage comes to the name of the city, and and she starts attending school. She meets up with her sister, who buys her a new magic staff for her birthday. Let's say it coincided with her birthday, her arrival. Let's say something like that. And Sage is happy. She's finally doing all the advanced spells that she saw her mom doing. Like, she's guilt. She feels a little bad that she didn't stick with the old, but she's like, Mom, things are changing, things are evolving. Like, mom is so old. She's so traditional. Like, she's like, and then you can have the sister saying that line like, "Yeah, I saw some pictures, and mom, it wasn't so. Mom wasn't like the fucking lie, the fucking lie."
I feel odd.
What's wrong, Tiger?
I didn't want a terrasphere, but I didn't know how to tell you. Mom would be so angry. She despises new magic. She doesn't want me to use it. Everyone at school makes fun of me or laughs behind my back because of my old sigils and my stupid hat.
Sage?
At the store, before, I wanted to give it back. Then, I found this. And I don't know, it feels like something I'm supposed to have. Like it's made for me, but we're star-crossed. I don't know what to do, and now I'm yelling, and I hate yelling!
Sweetheart, we're so sorry.
Yeah, dude. We didn't want to freak you out. We just wanted to help you with this huge, crazy shift.
Oh, I know. I'm not mad at you. I could never be mad at you.
And look, if your mom gets mad, we'll take the fall. Bad influences and all that.
A bit hypocritical of her, though.
Why?
Well, I mean, your mom wasn't always so conservative. Hold on.
Anise, sweetheart,
What? The kid deserves to know. Look at her. If she gets any more anxious, she'll combust.
fair.
So, when I was little, growing up in witch country, your mom went through a phase where she really dug new magic. I looked up to her because of it. She was a badass
After a few years, she stopped using it.
and went back to her roots. But she pretends that she never deviated, even a little. And that's not fair to you. I know, right?
A terrasphere. Thank you for the terrasphere. I like it. I really do.
Think about it, Sage. You and me, my sword, your staff, doing magic and splotching monsters apart.
That sounds pretty good.
That settles it then. You two are poised for victory.
But are you ready for your greatest challenge yet?
Mommy wasn't always so. Wasn't always so conservative, sis. So, God. So you could still have that line, but it would show a far younger Sage's mom. Let's call her Aqua for God's sake. It would show Aqua long before she even got married, when she was like, let's say, the age of Sage's sister. I don't know her name. I don't care. And like, And Sage is like, huh, mom's a hypocrite. Like, oh, she enjoyed new magic, but she doesn't want anyone else to enjoy new magic. How are we even sure that she even uses old magic when she does all those spells? How are we sure she isn't wearing some amulet or some bracelet, or she's hiding her staff? And how she gets into that mindset, and she's very angry, and she continues like she all but drops old magic entirely. She doesn't even use it anymore. So let's say there's a exposition, or the the case where the entire school went to the caves to get whatever, I can't remember. They all go there, and stuff happens, and the team gets split up into different paths, but they're all trying to find each other again. Now Sage encounters goblins, the Goblin Slayer version. Honestly, goblins are this world are mobs, but if enough of them gang up on you at once, you could die. The average person, no training, could beat one goblin. If a group of goblin comes, they're dead. A trained student, like the average wizard, sure could beat a group of goblins, but goblins may not be smart, but they're not dumb either. So they know whenever they encounter a magician, take away the staff 8 times out of 10. The fight is won, and that's what one of them does. They take the staff from Sage, they break it into pieces, smash the crystal to pieces, since they can't use the magic, and in their minds they've won. And in Sage's mind, she also knows that they've won, because this is the disadvantage of new magic. It's over reliance on tools. It relies far too much on tools. Like this is why this is why Aqua kept telling her daughters to never use new magic, because in Aqua's case, her friends were killed. I really wanted to go more deep into this backstory, but her friends were killed when she was just starting out, because she over relied on new magic, and her crystal, since like a battery, ran out of magic, and they were fucked. The god ganged up by goblins, and her friends died, saving her while she escaped, and that has scarred her for life. So that's why she has that hatred of new magic. So Sage is scared, she's crying, she's running away, they're chasing her. She runs into a dead end, she turns around, they're all coming up to her, and out of fear, she starts chanting the words for the let's say advanced fireball spell that she was struggling to learn, and she has never used before. Let's say by luck and with adrenaline she does it, all the goblins are killed, and she manages to meet up with her friends. But this is something that sticks with her. Like, she can now see why her mom was so iffy about new magic, why her mom never let anyone in her family use it, because she knew situations like this would happen. Had Sage been anyone else that didn't know that spell, that would have been the end of her story. So by the time she comes out and her sister meets up with her, and they're like, oh, your staff broke, I can go get you a new one. And Sage is like, no, I'm gonna be like mom, I'm never using new magic again. I'm gonna get to mom's level, gonna be famous just like her. I'm gonna get stronger than mom. I'm gonna do it just with new magic, just with the old, not with the new. Really don't know what else to add. Honestly, Sage and the magic system was the one thing I always kept coming back to. So yeah, if you like, subscribe, bye.